With me right here live on The Splash to give out the details about all the fun we will have, we have the coordinator for WBSD's Family Fun Day, Julie Beaty. Thank you for being here, Julie.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So we're talking about the 13th annual Family Fun Day. Can you share some insights for the planning process for what we're expecting this year?
Yeah, well, the process is actually a long one. We meet throughout the entire year. So we always try to determine what worked, what didn't work, and how to improve the experience for the community, especially for the kids. So we always want to make sure that we have a lot of activities that are age appropriate for all of our students. So as you can imagine, that takes a lot of planning to make sure that our 8-year-olds are entertained as much as our 18-year-olds. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we're almost to the end. We have a couple more meetings for this one,
Okay.
and we're super excited to bring this opportunity back to the community.
Yay. Okay, so since we're talking about the 13th annual, which means there was a 12th annual. Let's get into are there any big changes from last year or any previous events that we're expecting this year?
We are going to have all of the armed forces represented this year, which we are extremely excited about. So they will be bringing things like climbing walls, different activities, pull-up bars. They possibly might be bringing some dog tags that you can make your own personal dog tags.
Ooh.
And there's a surprise we don't want to leak out yet that we're hoping happens. So if you want to know what the surprise is, you have to come out on the Thursday, the 29th.
Okay, shh, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Hope maybe you'll tell me in my ear later, but yes, be quiet. But that's more excitement for people to come out there and see exactly what the surprise is. But I'm glad you mentioned the military, by the way. With me right here live on The Splash, we have coordinator for West Bloomfield School District's Family Fun Day, Julie Beaty. How did the idea of saluting the U.S. military come about?
That actually was one of the original components for the program. So actually, this was founded by myself, Nancy Cooper, and Pat Watson, who was the principal of the high school at the time. And we really wanted to focus on creating this Friday night lights kind of experience for West Bloomfield. And
Okay.
back then, our football team was not as extraordinary as they are now. And so we really wanted to drive the community to come in and experience the high school, experience the football team, really create that kind of small town environment across multiple different communities. Because as you know, West Bloomfield School District covers 4 different communities.
Correct.
So part of that conversation was, how do we take this initial goal of creating a community event around our football games, but have a little bit more depth and meaning to it? And that's when we decided we really would love to give back to the men and women who serve our country and
There
put
you
their
go.
lives on the line, and voluntarily. That's I think is amazing about our armed forces. It's voluntary. And so we decided, all right, we want to be able to recognize the men and women in our military, but also those men and women who live in our communities who also put their lives on the line to
Good point.
protect us. So the police and the fire. And actually, during COVID, we also were really recognizing a lot of the medical community as well. Anybody who's putting themselves out there to protect the rest of us,
Yep.
we wanted to make sure that we were recognizing and acknowledging that we as a community appreciate and want to give back at least on one day to them and recognize them.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I am all for that. These are all people or occupations, people that occupy these occupations that deserve that recognition, that deserve that appreciation. They don't necessarily get that appreciation every day. And every day, they're putting their lives on the line or saving ours. So I applaud, first and foremost, that effort to do that, and I'm glad you clarified that. Let's get into the community side of it. How do you feel the community and local businesses have contributed to the success and longevity of Family Fun Day?
It's critical, right? That everybody, the community and the local businesses and local community services uh, participate in this. And we get great feedback from the community.
Nice.
This is our only district-wide event. And it really is nice where all the schools come together, but it's not just the schools, right? As you were saying, as we mentioned just now, we have the armed forces, we have the police, we have the fire, but we also have the different township leaders that will also be there. We have the Parks and Recs, we have the library, we have the Historical Society, the Rotary Club, our Children's Fund, youth assistance.
Wow.
We try to bring in anybody who partners with the school district and is a community leader. So we also have Henry Ford Health there. Caring Smiles comes in and supports us. We have Michigan Chiropractic. We also have Jets Pizza. Have Keegan Harbor Optimist. So then we have also then the school district. We have the students showing up, like the lacrosse team, the sailing team. We have the theater coming out to do face painting for the younger students. We have our Lego League robotics that show up. So we really try to go from the greater community
Right.
all the way down to our schools and our students being involved, not just showing up to have a great time, which I hope they all do, but also to be an integral part of the program.
Gotcha.
And having them be that integral part is what I think gives to the longevity
Yes.
of the program itself.
And
And really creates that community.
Yeah, no, and you said it the perfect way. I couldn't explain it better. Essentially, everyone coming. I'm sorry, you kind of had me at Jets Pizza. That's been on my mind. But essentially, everybody coming together to make this happen and make it possible to enjoy themselves. That's what it means ultimately. Julie, we gotta go. I do appreciate your time. But lastly, real quick, the details about Family Fun Day coming up in West Bloomfield.
Yes, August 29th. Show up. We officially start at 5. If you want to come a little early, that's totally okay. As I said, we're going to have all the armed forces here this year. We're going to have bounce houses, face painting. Hopefully, we're on that rock climbing wall. We're talking about possibly having a video semi-truck there. So come on down, be part of the community, enjoy the experience, get to go to that football game and recognize women of service.
That's right. Thank you again so much. We appreciate your time and that information. Once again, Julie Beaty, coordinator for the West Bloomfield School District's Family Fun Day, Thursday, August 29th. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.